I guess so. I guess starting at the first deliverable, which just so I don't have to open my README. What deliverable am I describing now? The fetch process.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So at app level, which is the brainstem of my operation, I created the use effect that console logs fetching data upon initialization to let me know that the data is or the process is beginning for the use effect. And then it fetches the listings from the local host. And then afterwards, the data is translated, obviously, and then transformed into items data. Afterwards, I console log fetch complete to let me know that the retrieval of the data was successful. And then afterwards, I set my items here, which is my base, like my base state for the list of items. I pass it items data to change it from an empty array to an array of items. And it only has to happen once because that's again, this is not best practice. I did this before the lecture yesterday, so I had a means by which to optimistically affect any changes that happen to the page, but that's how I access the items in my database.
Walk us through the listing, like go down into like.
Oh, right. So yeah, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I guess just that I was going to say that because when initially I was just using items equals items to pass all of my list of items down to my container. But in order to get my search filter working, I reconstituted items into visible items by filtering out if the search bar is empty, then just return the items as is, like filter nothing out of the list, which is fine because my state tied to that is empty to start. So unless someone puts in an input, it will always return everything. But if that search is not empty, so meaning like the user types in any kind of input to start searching for items, it takes each item from the list of items, checks the description which is the name in the database, by returning the string that is description to lowercase, and then checking to see characters that are shared between that and the search item when lowercase. So if it shares a letter, regardless of case, it will be on change. It will filter and keep those items. But if the item in the database, like the list of full list of items, does not share a character, it will immediately be filtered out. And then I just return that to get my visible items.
Thank you, Connor.